This is a review of Naviguard. Now, I had some tests done at the hospital, and later on I received this in the mail, and I thought it was like one of those scam things where they ask you to pay like $20 a month and they'll monitor your bills, your medical bills or something like that. But I looked up on the internet, and it's actually by United Healthcare, and it's actually really cool. What happened was, and the reason that this came was a different reason than I thought, but what happened was I had some tests done, and before I had the test done, I had to pay, I think out of pocket. The first test, before they even had the test, when I showed up for the appointment, they wanted $700 and something, and then plus copay. And then the second test, I think it was $1,200 out of pocket up front. And so I thought, well, that was kind of strange. You know, I got really good insurance with only a $250 deductible. So later on through their web portal, I was getting more bills. I think $286 bill, and then I got another one for $186. So it's like, man, this is getting out of control quickly. So I was reading on here, and it says, we know this industry. We hear your frustration. We have your back. And it says right here, call us before you pay anything. So I was thinking, man, this is perfect. So I called the number on here, and I talked to a lady, and she was like, well, this is only if you got a surprise bill. Since you already knew about that bill, this really doesn't count. So that was it. I hung up, and I was like, man, that's not very cool. So I thought, well, man, there's got to be something else to this, because it says we're here to help and don't call. So I called back, and I got another lady, but the second lady I got was awesome. She looked through all my bills, and she got everything figured out for me. And so I already paid in about a little over $2,000. And she said, really, I should have only paid $700. And that what they're supposed to do is when they take that money, when they took that almost $1,200 and then that $700, they were supposed to get that. And once they get reimbursed by the insurance company, then they would reimburse me. Well, they never called and reimbursed me. And she said, that's what happens. She said, they won't tell you, or a lot of times they won't tell you that they're supposed to reimburse you. You have to call them, and then they'll go, oh, okay, yeah, here's your reimbursement. So, I mean, they did an awesome job on that. So definitely very happy about that. But the reason that she had called, which they haven't talked to me yet, was I had a procedure done. It was just a regular scheduled procedure, and they had to get an anesthesiologist that wasn't in network. The company where I got the work done. That was the reason that they called, to say, hey, that's, if they got it out of network, that's not, your problem, because it wasn't like an emergency where they would have to bring somebody in. And even if they were out of network, it doesn't matter, because it's emergency. You have to have someone. It was scheduled, and they should have scheduled someone. So that's what this was originally about. But they helped me figure out that other stuff too. So I'd love to hear if you're having, if you've worked with Naviguard, if you use United Healthcare, and what you think about all these medical bills. Sometimes I feel like they're just send them to you and see if you'll pay it. And I bet just the vast majority of people just pay it because it's just easier. They don't have to deal with it. And I was about to too. If I hadn't gotten this one, I may have just paid those extra bills instead of going back. And now they're actually, instead of me having to pay that additional $286 bill that they just sent, they will actually be paying me almost $1,300 back, $1,300. If you get those bills, make sure to look at them, because they just keep sending them, is what I've experienced so far. If you've had any problems with this or been through this healthcare system, which is just incredible how complex, and some of it seems very dishonest to me. I would never do this to anyone. I'd love to hear your thoughts on it. Thanks for watching. Be safe. Have a great day.
Thanks for listening. We hope you enjoyed the show.